What's up, everyone? My name is Blue, and we are back with some more malicious compliance posts. These people are just doing what they're told in order to get revenge. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to the channel. And with that, let's get into it. So this happened back around 2015 when I worked at our favorite office supply company that resembles a paper stabbing paperclip. I was a pretty good employee. I worked in the tech section. I upsold the BS that they wanted us to upsell and downsold the crap that they wanted us to downsell. I had been there for a while, so I noticed some inefficiencies in the procedures in the computer repair bench that I was working at. So I started modifying the procedures and our productivity improved a little. The managers didn't care. Customers were happy that their computers were actually done on time. Everything was going smoothly except for this one guy in the morning shift. For no explained reason, he hated me. I flat out asked him once what his problem was, and he pretended that there was nothing wrong, etc. Well, we get a new manager, and I get my ass handed to me about how this guy didn't like how I was doing things because it wasn't per the manual. When I explained that it was because of me that our on-time numbers went up, she didn't care and told me to stick to the employee handbook. Cue my malicious compliance. Later that day, or the next, I noticed this husband and wife rolling to the cash register with if memory serves me right, a $1,000 printer. Now, employee training explicitly states that if a customer is going to make an unwise purchase, that you should coach them in finding the correct item. The logic behind that being that if they realize you help them save money, they'll be willing to return. So, I politely approached them, greeted them, and proudly watched the steam come out of my manager's ears when they happily walked out with a $35 printer instead. Hey, I'm just following the employee handbook. The boss never learned her lesson. I quit like a week later because I had to prepare for finals, and last I heard, the store went downhill from there. You know, after reading a lot of these malicious compliance posts, this seems like an age-old story of new manager comes in, tries to change things that aren't broken, and then breaks the system anyways. Like, $965 is probably what one of those employees makes in a week. So you basically just killed payroll for a week. Get the pendant mom wants? Wish granted. My mom loves Hershey Kisses. They're her absolute favorite candy. So much so, one year mom was immediately in love with a specific pendant Macy's was selling. Think a beautiful half-inch tall, white gold Hershey Kiss studded in teeny tiny diamonds. Mom wanted nothing else but that pendant for Christmas. Dad didn't want to buy it. It was pretty expensive. Then he saw in their magazine that they also sold a silver version that looked like it was made using the studded pendant as a mold. To be frank, it was ugly. A small Hershey Kiss that looked like it had silver eczema. But it was really $200 cheaper than the diamond version. Dad didn't want to go to the store to buy it. He hates crowds and Christmas shopping was his bane. He gave me, his newly 18-year-old daughter, his credit card and told me to go get the pendant. I knew which one he meant, but I clarified anyway. Me. Oh, the Hershey Kiss one she really wants? Dad. Yes, that one. You know what it looks like. Please buy it with my card for your mom. Me. Roger Dodger. So, off I went to the store. When I got to the jewelry case, I saw both versions side by side and, remembering that Dad told me to get the pendant Mom really wanted, immediately chose the better, more expensive one. Got it all prettily wrapped up and came home. Gave Dad his card back, and he was none the wiser. Until Christmas morning came. When Mom unwrapped her presents, she was nearly in tears. She was so happy. She told Dad she thought he'd get the cheaper one. Dad just kinda quietly muttered, "So did I." He confronted me about it later and asked, "Why that one?" I just smiled and said, "You told me to get the one Mom really wanted, so I did. Are you really gonna complain though? It is much prettier than the other one, and she's very happy that you bought it for her." He just grumbled a bit about it and let it go. A few months later, Dad accidentally let slip to Mom that he wanted to get the cheaper one, but that I duped him by doing exactly what he said and not what he intended. My mom still laughs about it. She says to never give me the card again unless he's very specific about what he wants. She still wears that pendant every day 12 years later and laughs at the story every time. I think I made the right call. Looking back, that dad should be stoked that his daughter forced him to not be a cheapskate. Like, if Mom is wearing that thing every single day, daughter did the right thing. You know, if they had gotten the cheaper one, she wouldn't still be wearing it, as it would kind of be like a sore subject. Win-win. Force me to take my vacation time when I don't want to, and tell me to secure my station by freshening up my passwords before I go? Okay, boss. To start with, my boss had his moments. Sometimes he was a jerk who would push off me on my raises or screw with my system. Sometimes he would hook me up and make my life pleasant. This was not one of the latter. So, I had plans for vacation, but my boss decided I had to take my vacation time in June instead of August because he wanted to take his vacation in August and no other time would work. I lost some money as a result, but that's my fault for planning ahead, I guess. Well, I'll start by saying my position was vital, and being gone for 2 weeks with nobody able to access my terminal was not ideal for the business. After forcing me to take my vacation early and losing a chunk of my deposits, he told me to change my passwords before I go for security reasons. Well, that is exactly what I did. I didn't leave notes. It's a security system. I don't leave passwords laying around. I didn't leave anything for his part-timers to work with. I did precisely as he demanded. And when I go on vacation, my work phone does not ever get turned on. I straight up left it at home. I told him on the way out the day before that if he has questions, ask him now. He said, "I know what I'm doing." Apparently, while I was gone 2 weeks, his part-time techs ruined the server system, destroyed my work terminal, managed to screw up and lose several clients, and got my account hard-locked. That was easy to fix. And all around, cost my boss about $100,000 in damages and profits lost. Most of these part-timer techs were fired for the amount of property damages they did. For the life of me, I can't figure out how they ruined so much tech while I wasn't around. I still don't know how he runs a business, but he stopped giving stupid requests like that. Quick edit. He also had another master admin account I set up for him. But he lost the information I made for him on a handy-dandy laminated wallet card. So, how does that even happen? What kind of a system can you have where that much damage can happen that quickly? Yikes. And that's all the time we have today for these malicious compliance stories. If you liked any of the stories, make sure to click that like button. If you could relate to them, let us know how in the comments below. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any more stories. Thanks for listening, everyone. Catch you later.